Hi everyone, this is Dutch. Welcome to my channel, Artwork by Dutch. Let me just get some music going on here real quick. So today I'm going to quickly just sketch or ink this Yara Flores Wondergirl cover. It's kind of light. Use the Staedtler pencil and use different varieties of inks on this one. So let's see. One thing I like to do is I always use a comic board backing, and I usually will throw that between the cover and the actual page. It's just in case of bleeding. So I'm just going to grab my pens here. I'm not certain if I'm going to color it or not. One of the pens I'm using, or will be using if I can find it here, is a pen that will bleed or smear, so I want it to sit and dry. And of course, I can't find the pen I want, but there's what I'll be using, some Faber-Castells. And where is it? I just started this the stream just on a whim. And of course, my new pen is missing. Apologize for the delay. All right, well, I don't see the pen I want to use. It's a nib pen, it's a platinum, but we'll go ahead and get started here. One thing I'm going to do is try to stay away from the nose and the main features at the moment, just because I want to do a lot of, if I do color this, I want the ability to do some shading with the Copic markers. And I haven't colored on this type of cover yet. That one's a bit thick. Let's chisel. Let's try this one. Some of these pens I've had for so long. So I kind of did this Art Nouveau motif with the hair. So I'm really trying to practice my inking. You have to identify what your weaknesses are as an illustrator. And mine is inking. But the more I do it, the more I'll pick up some tips. I've been really, like right here, I just kind of messed up, but it's going to be dark. But I've been really watching a lot of Terry Moore's his channel and his tutorials, and it's fantastic. So very interested in learning. how to use a brush. So right now I'm using a 0.3 Faber-Castell, a micron. So I kind of said I was staying away from the nose and stuff, but I'm gonna try to get these eyelashes in. So one thing I'm going to do, I made a change. I recently, I'm going through some personal issues right now, and then changes in my life that I'm not really wanting, but because they're happening, it's made me come to realize with things happening, coming to my life, coming to terms with my being ADD. And with that, I'm probably going to do some focus change with the channel. So it'll be a lot of drawing with ADD or ADHDs. I've just learned ADD, they kind of lumped it under one now because I'm like, I'm not hyperactive. But How to ADD site on YouTube here has been a real help for me the last 2 weeks or last week. And so I want to give back to my ADD community or ADHD community. And one way, that I focus is on artwork. I probably am a lot better than most ADHD people because I used to have self-esteem issue. And then I found an NLP therapist here in Phoenix, Arizona, who helped me get rid of that and deal with all that trouble. And so that was really a big help. Getting rid of the self-esteem issues. A lot of that then gave me the ability to do this and focus on my artwork and focus on, I can not to give up so much on when I make a mistake on something and to come back and keep trying, just to look, see what the mistake was, and then figure out, oh, okay, I made a mistake there. Let me correct it here. And so, like I said, I'm probably a little lucky. Also, probably my age as well. Time Lord years, I'm only 25 with 25 years experience, but because I look young still, so I'm not too worried about it. But I'm I want to give back to show people who also ADD that I may not focus like the normal neurotypical person, but I do have some things I need to work on with the ADD part of it. Trying to accept things, deadlines, meeting a timeline and a goal. So I've, with the help of the one channel, actually started to gamify my life, which is funny because I do play a lot of video games, but I've been gamifying my life. So I'm doing that Epic Win. So Epic Win is an app, and you can set tasks and you get a character, a warrior, druid, whatever. And then as you get things done, you get that instant gratification that we're looking for as ADHD people. I think that was what was missing. I have a lot of tasks. I always have, in my calendar, tasks when I have to do things, post work, post things to eBay, etc. And sometimes I fail to do them, or I'm going to get them the next day. And, then I look back at what the previous day is. I'm like, oh, I really should have done that. So with this now, I can go ahead and punch that information in and watch my character grow. I'm really hesitant about inking that cheek. So right here, I've got this little highlight. I can't see with this camera because it's probably zooming, auto focusing as much as possible, but it's been helping. I've actually, I'm still an epic failure in the game because I just started it. So, but this piece I was supposed to ink last night, and unfortunately, as many of you know, I'm a professional comic book colorist, and I had this huge Wonder Woman flat to do, and it killed me. It took all weekend. So a lot of things I had planned to do and get set up, like my store, my new website, just didn't happen because this flat took forever. The artwork was beautiful. Don't get me wrong. It's a beautiful piece. I just want to punch the artist after I congratulate them and say what a great work they did. And then after I've done that, I'd want to think, maybe do I want to punch them again? It was just very intricate work to color. So it just took 14 hours Saturday to do, and then another 10 hours yesterday. So that was what was tough. So I didn't get a lot of things I wanted to do. Felt kind of upset at myself because I wanted to stream as well. So that didn't happen. All right, so let's see if I can find another pen. It's a little thinner. Let's see if this point want to work. I do have to apologize. I put my head in here because I want to get her lips right. So that's my big, huge shadow you see coming overhead. This, I think I'll probably just do the nose. Where the shadow is. Unfortunately, I happen to put everything the wrong way here. So tomorrow I'm going to do a quick Clip Studio Paint, how to use the quick mask. I have an Adam Hughes piece sketch that I colored. And unfortunately, I had done it originally for for one of my comic pieces, but the video didn't turn out right. So that's why I'm going to do that. So I've got it nicely inked. I probably should have used a French curve on that. Let's see if I can correct this. I might have to Shelby Robertson this. This one's not too bad. I've got the wrong way, of course. This is what I'm saying. My inking is atrocious, but I'm going to figure out how to work around it. I'm just referring back to the comic to see if there's anything else. Her outfit, I forgot if that right sleeve or left sleeve actually has anything. I'm going to do draw a picture of Tyler and the whole crew here. He's actually got a perfect jawline, for Superman. And of course, this one does not have a left side, so I'm going to do a quick Google search here. If I can find my mouse. I really wish I could find my Titan or Platinum pen. That one is actually very beautiful. So let's see, Wondergirl, Yara Flora. Oh. I thought it was Yara Flora, but it's Yara Flora. And she's got two different costumes. So it does look like she has that stripe on the left there. So we're going to use go. Now, what else is missing? It is her that weird shape on the side. It's like an E, so I'm have to French curve that over there. And that point. So I'm trying to think of this curve here. If I can find it. And again, I'm just learning the ropes here. You guys are learning with me. rest is just a bunch of straights. I'm just lining up with this curve point here. As best as I can. Let's all right. I've got my chisel here. First, before I do that, I'm going to just erase away most of the pencil line with my knead eraser. I apologize for the shaking. So this is done using the Riley method. Great teacher for everyone who wants to learn. Draw with Chris Legospi. So I was originally drawing with the Riley method when I discovered it on Proco. And I was just looking to refine it. So it led me to another artist, Brian Lee, Funky Monkey 1945 on DeviantArt. And then from there, it led me to Chris Legospi. And Chris, mentor and great teacher. I highly recommend it. So if you want to learn how to draw using the Riley method, he also uses the Loomis method as well. I don't use it so often just because drawing the 3/4 never worked out for me. And drawing a female face never worked out using the Loomis method. It did, however, work out using the Riley method. Okay, now I'm going to go back. I'm going to sticking up these eyelashes. Yeah, let's see. Grab this nice pen and start to figure out how to This is a brush pen. I'm not very good yet. I really should have pulled up some hair reference on my phone, or I'm just trying to think of ribbons, how they flow. Quickly paint out these darker edges here. Problem is the light above me is creating a shadow, so I can't quite see what I'm doing. And if I change the position of light, it might hit the camera and cause a shadow to drop on top of this. So I was right before they started doing this. I was watching a Neil Adam how to ink. Hold a pen. Listening to the master himself. Oops. Right there's a mistake we made. So I'm gonna have to figure out what to do about that when I color it. I was getting a little too cocky. Don't get cocky, kid. I have to figure out how to add that into the clip without getting a YouTube strike. It seems to be what works best for me is to go the opposite direction. So as my ADHD or how to ADHD community has taught me about the fish song, instead of climbing a tree, I swam a different direction and it worked for me. So if you're ADHD and you're an artist like I am, and you've wanted to draw, but you get frustrated because you made a mistake like I just did there. I mean, I'm ticked off, but I could, make it look like that's hair coming over a cheek or something. I don't know. Or I can try to clean it up and don't get frustrated. I used to get frustrated at a time when I would stop drawing for, 6 months. And go to the comic book store. See, the comic book store was a thrill for me. So I think once I started working in comics, I still like going to the comic book store, but it's not for the escapism. I'm not trying to escape the corporate crap world any longer. So I don't need to have that bit of escapism. But once I had my NLP treatment, the self-esteem issue taken care of, I just basically saw, I made a mistake. I could see where my mistake was, and I just didn't pressure myself. I just got myself to say, hey, I can keep going and doing this. Let's keep at it and keep drawing. Don't get discouraged. You see what's wrong, you see what mistake you made, fix it. Which is very odd for somebody with ADHD to do. That was a self-esteem. It was like I was always putting myself down and like, you're an idiot, whatever, and you made a mistake. I can't believe you did that. And that made me want to not do it anymore. Now that I don't have that hindrance, I still have the normal ADHD stuff. But once I took care of all that, I still have to deal with the other issues of ADHD. The piddly stuff. Trying to fit in a world with neurotypical people and meet their criteria, their agenda. So I'm just trying to think. She's going to cast a reflection. But not too much because I don't want to. So if you're ADHD, keep at it. I definitely would recommend if you can find a good an NLP therapist to do it. They might be able to help you at least get the self-esteem part resolved. And that'll be a good first step. And then rely on your creative community. I've just had a bunch of creative friends helping me, just encouraging me on today to do some stuff. So I've started populating my pre-launch for my Kickstarter. And hopefully in the next week or two, I get some artists arranged and get my tier covers with them and just get this started. Do my first Kickstarter. And of course, I want a successful Kickstarter, and I want to then get to my second issue and then my third. Get those out. Oops, see, I made a mistake there. It's actually gonna go into this area anyways, so. Oops, see, I was thinking about putting some hair down here, but then I accidentally started to place it. I created a mistake, and so let's fix it. So I think I'm probably going to end the stream. I think I've given her too much forehead here. And some things, I'll add some shadows and stuff when I do the coloring. But I think that is a good job. I really wish I could find my other pen. It's a really cool pen type. Oh, here it is. Let's get it prepped. So this is 0.3. This is the Platinum pen. It's fantastic. Get one type of thickness out of it. So I have to see if there's other platinums that are a little bit different nib size. So because of this, I'm definitely not going to color or erase over it because this does smear. So I'm going to let it dry first. Oops. So I'm just going to make this a little thicker. Yeah, so as I was saying before, I'm going to do another one probably tomorrow if I can schedule it in. I'll be using the Quick Mask in Clip Studio using an Adam Hughes piece to show how to use that tool. Definitely stay tuned. Getting here just a bit. I'm going to assign let this dry. All right. Well, this is probably as far as I'm going to go with this tonight. Thank you guys for watching. Artwork by Dutch. This is Dutch. Please follow me on my streamer links. Probably we'll be putting the links here. And also have a Patreon as well. And I plan on doing more tutorials and other how-tos, teaching how to draw, the Riley method, and definitely helping others who are ADHD out with their art journey. So thank you very much. You guys have a great night. Take care. And remember to hit that notification button, bell icon for future broadcasts. Cheers.